before we get started on this countdown, it's important to note that literally almost every single day there is a new terror act committed by a self-proclaimed Muslim. Think I'm exaggerating? Everything from strapping a 13-year-old girl with explosives and sending her into a building killing at least 11 people to 50 people being slaughtered by Taliban fundamentalists in suicide vests pouring machine gun bullets into the crowd. And those two horrible events only happened 3 days apart from each other. So for this list, I'm specifically singling out acts committed on American soil. This is the 11 most vile, cruel, disgusting acts committed by Muslims on American soil who use the Quran as justification or forgiveness for their crimes. Inspired by my other video, Top 11 Most Evil Christians, Religious Indoctrination and Christian Terrorism. Number 11. Little Rock, Arizona. One person killed. A Muslim shoots and kills a soldier inside a recruiting center explicitly in the name of Allah. So this guy, Abdul Hakim Mujahid Muhammad, shoots up the recruiting center with a rifle in a drive-by shooting in his black 2003 Ford Explorer Sport Track. Private William Long was killed, and Private Quinton Izegwula was wounded. Sounds like a great guy. He was charged with capital murder, attempted capital murder, 10 counts of unlawful discharge of a weapon, and 15 counts of engaging in a terrorist act. But here's the important part. He said that he did not regard his actions as murder because of American military actions in the Middle East, and he said that that justifies the slaying of Americans. Number 10. Phoenix, Arizona. 2 killed. A man shoots his brother-in-law and another man to death after finding out that they visited a strip club in contradiction to Islamic values. This is listed on thereligionofpeace.com, which is a website that displays a list of all the Islamic terrorist attacks, and it has a separate list for terrorist attacks on American soil. And when I attempted to find more information about this story, honestly not much really surfaced. But Number 9. Port Boulevard, Texas. 2 people died here. A Muslim man shoots his lesbian daughter and her lover to death and leaves a copy of the Quran open to a page condemning homosexuality. Yeah, this is when you know that it's starting to get pretty fucked up. When people start to kill other people just because of who they are, you know something's going on. Number 8. Foreign-born Muslims describing themselves as very religious detonated 2 bombs packed with ball bearings at the Boston Marathon, killing 3 people and causing many to lose limbs. So pretty much these Russian guys detonated some bombs, hurting and killing innocent people. They shoot a cop, steal an SUV, go on a crazy car chase, end up in Watertown, Massachusetts, where they have a shootout, and this guy's brother gets killed. He runs away, hides in this guy's backyard under a boat, and then using thermal imaging, they found him and captured him, and he went to jail. So here's the important part. The younger brother, his name is, your guess is as best as mine, but Zakhar? I don't know, I'll put it on the screen. But he said, we did this operation as revenge for what America does in Palestine, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Number 7. Marquette Park, Illinois. 5 people killed, 2 people injured. A Muslim convert shoots his family members to quote-unquote take them back to Allah and out of the world of sinners. He got angry that his family wouldn't go along with the idea of him converting to Islam, and he was sentenced to life in prison for killing his pregnant wife, infant son, and 2 nieces along with his mother. Number 6. Chattanooga, Tennessee. 5 dead, 2 injured. Muhammad Yusuf Abdulaziz opened fire on 2 military installations in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He first started off by committing a drive-by shooting at a recruiting center, and then he traveled to a U.S. Navy Reserve Center and continued firing, where he killed a police officer in a gunfight. 4 Marines died on the spot, a Navy sailor, a Marine recruiter, and a police officer, which he was wounded, and then the sailor died from his injuries 2 days later. The FBI said the attack was motivated by foreign terrorist organization propaganda. Hours before the shooting, he texted an Islamic verse to a friend that read, "Whosoever shows enmity to a friend of mine, then I have declared war against him." Number 5. World Trade Center in New York, New York. 6 people killed, 1,042 people injured. In an effort to collapse the towers, Islamic terrorists detonated a massive truck bomb under the World Trade Center, killing 6 people and injuring over 1,000. The bomb caused smoke to rise up to the 93rd floor of both towers, which is why there's so many smoke inhalation injuries. There was so much thick smoke filling the stairwells that it was difficult for people to breathe. Luckily, the towers didn't collapse and the perpetrators were sentenced to life imprisonment. Number 4. Washington, D.C. 8 people killed, 2 people injured. Nation of Islam members shoot 7 members of a family to death cold-blooded, including 4 children, and a defendant in the case is later murdered in prison on orders from Elijah Muhammad. Number 3. Fort Hood, Texas. 13 killed, 31 injured. A Muslim psychiatrist guns down 13 unarmed soldiers while yelling praises to Allah. On November 5, 2009, a mass shooting took place at Fort Hood near Killeen, Texas. Nidal Hassan, a U.S. Army major and psychiatrist, fatally shot 13 people and injured more than 30 others. He was shot, and as a result, he was paralyzed from the waist down. He was arraigned by a military court on July 20, 2011, and was charged with 13 counts of premeditated murder and 32 counts of attempted murder. Number 2. San Bernardino, California. 14 dead, 17 injured. Nidal Hassan, a U.S. Army major and psychiatrist, fatally shot 13 people and injured more than 30 others while yelling praises to Allah. Number 1. We all know this was coming. 9/11. This happened in New York, Washington, D.C., and Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where, 40 people died on a flight. 184 people were killed in Washington by the Pentagon, where 53 people were injured. And, of course, there was over 2,700 people who were killed in the Twin Towers, with over another 250 that were injured. 40 passengers were killed after Islamic radicals hijacked the plane in an attempt to steer it into the U.S. Capitol building. Nearly 200 more people are killed when Islamic hijackers steer a plane full of people into the Pentagon. And then Islamic hijackers steered 2 more planes packed with fuel and passengers into the World Trade Centers, killing hundreds on impact and eventually killing thousands when the towers collapsed. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video and you watched the whole thing, let me know in the comment section below. I love reading that. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.